comparing it to that.
Yeah.
But
No, but like,
I would feel he's B tier.
Okay.
I
Oh.
would say so.
Oh,
all right. Well, we seem to be in unison on that, I guess.
Bluntsman.
Bluntsman. That's pretty
Bluntsman,
shit.
That's pretty,
It's a bit of a meme, to be honest. I feel like.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know.
Uh,
I've never seen you use it in a serious serious way.
I'd
No,
actually
we-
put it at handmaiden tier. It's just
Handmaid?
I mean, it's a fucking meme build. It's just a horde clearing build.
Yeah.
Nothing more.
Yeah.
Where's Doom
Yeah,
Ranger?
I don't know.
Yeah.
If you could actually do boss damage with it, it would be fine. But like, you don't really do boss damage with it either, if I remember correctly, right?
No.
Nah.
So it's like you
Bluntsman is
only
just
clear
berserkers.
like unarmored. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
you still like
circles and hordes. That's it.
hordes and maulers, I guess. But like
Yeah.
that's it. If the Stormerman, yeah, could have fun, dude.
And melee
Yeah.
Or
huntsman is kind
Stormerman
of
shields,
useless, right?
have fun.
Stormweapon shields. Oh yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
Alright,
Stagger
Stagger
Knight.
Knight, Hammer Knight.
I would say B.
Well, I
Stagger
feel like Schmier popularized that because who
Yeah.
the fuck else runs Hammer Knight or like Stagger Knight?
I don't know
It's
where
good.
it came from.
I feel like that's.
I'd say B though.
B though? Why? Because I
what
mean
did
you do
come
have a
from?
lot of high ult time. Ult up time.
Yeah, you do. You have Giga high uptime on ult. But
And-
he
Oh.
doesn't do anything else other than stagger.
You do be staggering.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
And Foot Knight,
Yeah, I
not
feel like-
Stagger build would be more also in terms of DPS.
I guess that's just like
I don't
how.
know. I think that's Jarmer's specialty.
Yeah, like how Jarmer play it, where it's like you play Mason Sword and you just run like the talent where you get your ult back from teammates getting capacitated and shit, right?
How can
like,
I say what
more
Jarmer's
standard.
typing?
I think
as
known
well as
Stagger
the-
is a bit better. Can you
Sure chat. Oh, there we are.
Isn't the
I think.
Yeah.
Oh. How do I? how
slow
do we do
creeping in
this?
them?
there it is.
Jarmer, can you type in the voice channel chat?
I mean, you could just pop out the stream, I guess, and have it separately.
But then I don't.
Can do this one here if that helps.
No, that's.
Wait, maybe.
I mean, yeah, maybe, but it says Stagger Knight / Hammer Knight, right? So I'm assuming it's like if the goal of the build is to just have high stagger and like ult a lot, I'm assuming it's like what they mean.
No, don't do that, Janote.
Set
I
too small.
figured it out. I figured it out.
Okay.
You got it. Got it.
So Stagger Knight's probably B
Small
and
fix,
Foot
though.
Knight is then A tier. Well, I don't. I mean, they're not too different, and both have their pros and cons. I would actually rate them the same. Same tier. No, yeah, same. I'd say that's in the same tier, honestly, because Stagger Knight's just good at staggering. Foot Knight can just. I mean, he's staggering a bit less, but he's still like a very good support, just dealing a bit more frontline damage, actually. I think they should
I
be in
guess
the same tier.
Do we think that the Foot Knight is as good as Merc or worse or better?
I think Merc is better
Merc is better.
than Foot Knight, yeah.
Okay.
So that would shove him into B tier, I guess,
I actually thought this
or A
differently,
tier.
but okay.
But-
So here or
come?
here?
We need to motivate our answers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think Stagger Knight is better because he can hold the front line better than Merc. And the sustain is oftentimes not needed that Merc provides for the rest of the team, but rather is the DR that's super useful and just get out of all situations sort of career that he can just smash everything to the ground, and you have that moment of like that moment of free time where you can just try to rest someone, try to get someone up, try to just save. The hook protection also is a lot better with Foot Knight than with Merc. Not that it doesn't exist with Merc, but it's there. Also, ledging bosses is like a classic Foot Knight thing, because usually when you plan to ledge a boss, you kind of have to think about which career you use. And when you have something like a Witch and a Captain, it's kind of complicated to actually pull it off. So you use something like a Sister or a Battle Wizard. But when you have a Foot Knight, which you most times actually do have, anyways, then it's a lot easier. So, just I guess Foot Knight is similar to Grail Knight, easier to go around these peaks in difficulty. It's easier to get them like on a level where you can actually beat them. Grail Knight just killing everything in a second, and Foot Knight just making sure that it is delayed as much that you can deal with it. Oh yeah, hero time too. Hero time is actually pretty big, honestly.
I mean, I don't play Foot Knight too much, obviously. But I feel like he cannot really excel alone. But maybe that's just my own bias. But where I feel like Merc has, I don't know, I feel like he just works better on his own, I guess. I don't know.
I feel like Merc has more versatility than Foot Knight does. He can deal damage. He's a good. If you play Strike together, you get a what is it? 10% attack speed to the entire team. He can deal more damage alone than Foot Knight can. You have DR up if you're playing that with pace strikes on the Merc though.
Yeah, it's kind of Foot Knight
and the
is
DR and the ult and the sustainability with the ult itself.
Yeah.
I guess playing Merc is better or feels better, but having a Foot Knight in a team feels better than having a Merc. Like, maybe.
I mean, my opinion on that is a little biased because I can't really enjoy Merc at the moment, and I don't like Foot Knight to play it.
So, you don't enjoy Merc?
My opinion is biased,
I thought you did.
But... Huh? I really enjoy Merc. I hate Foot Knight.
Oh, okay.
I don't like Foot Knight.
Okay.
I just do not.
Yeah, okay.
But
that's fine.
But so my opinion is always a little biased on that. But I guess do we put him in A or B?
I think we should put it above or at the same level as Merc.
Definitely not above, in my opinion.
What do you think, Julius? Yeah, okay. Then I'd say same.
Right. Let's just shove him in the A tier there. Sounds good.
Alright, Scavenger Ranger Veteran. Duper heal any weapon.
Scav RV. I feel like Scav RV is.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I don't.
You haven't tried it out.
Scav RV. I don't know about our tier, but the tier 4 Dutch spies,
they abuse the shit
they
out of
all
this.
ran it.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, they ran like these meme comps that we used to run with Scavenger RV and Hagbane Waystalker, just so Hagbane can just be spammed more because I was selfish as fuck, but apparently that works out on T4, so interesting.
I can't say much about RV in general, but I mean the items is good, definitely.
I mean Scav RV. I don't know. Scav RV is weird because I feel like he just scales so hard on the difficulties we're playing in, right?
Fair.
Because Scav RV in like Kata 1 stuff, like Kata 1-1s, I don't feel like that's that good. I'd rather just run like MRV probably in Kata 1. But as you guys said, like when there's like a fuck ton of specials, He just kind of starts pooping out potions and bombs like a fucking motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we should just look at plus.
Yeah, we should.
That's kind of the idea,
Yeah.
I think.
I'd say he's pretty good.
Yeah, me too.
So
Although
he's
we're not
probably...
running him much, but I
No,
think he's pretty good.
we're not. But I feel like I'm too wasteful. Like, because most of the time you run like dual hammers and masterwork pistol, right?
Yeah, I think I think the idea, the problem with Scav RV for us was that we would have ran him in Garden of Moor, but Ironbreaker was just a preference, so we just ran Ironbreaker. Could have ran Scav RV
Yeah.
too, right? It was just a 50-50 in there, at least for me. I would have gone with both.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, Trollhammer is just a comfy pick.
Yeah.
An RV. I don't know. RV is kind of weird for me. I wish that he wasn't just like default masterwork pistol. You know, I know it's not necessarily a default, but like, I don't know. Would be fun if throwing axis was a viable thing.
Throwing axes, okay, come on. Well, I heard the crossbow is apparently kind of cool. There's good builds with it. I don't know.
Yeah, but don't you run like bomb ulti with that? I think.
Yeah.
Uh,
Scav is S and ammo is A.
yeah, probably.
Yeah, I can see that.
And then Ailes RV
Ooh.
is probably worse than both of those. I'd say B tier or C
I
tier.
honestly never pick up the L's.
Yes,
I don't
plus.
know. It's. I mean, it gives like what does it give? Like a bit of DR, a bit of.
It gives
attack
attack
speed.
speed and DR, so it's not terrible. But I feel like just
How much is the DR and attack speed?
I can boot up the game real quick and check.
I
I
have
don't
no
remember.
idea. 9? What do you mean 9? 9 DR?
9.
9 what?
Like it stacks. Yeah, I think it's like 3% per beer and it
Oh.
stacks 3 times.
Oh god, this
But
looks
I'm booting up
very
the game real quick.
different than it used to.
It's kinda
Holy shit, that's actually fancy. I haven't looked at this for a while. Ranger page 6.
They did speed up the animation, which was also really annoying.
That's true.
unofficial.
They did. That's actually a pretty good change.
They like more than half the animation.
Yeah, it looks kind of funky, but I don't care.
It looked, yeah, but who cares? I don't want to. If I'm
Yeah.
taking up a fucking potion, I don't want to sit there for like 3 seconds doing an animation. It's just like I pick it up and get above.
It is a lore accurate dwarf, yeah, Mr. Jarman. I agree.
Drinking more, man. I don't
It's
know.
like it's cool. I loved playing that with fucking what's my call it, with throwing axes, but that's just because I'm a masochist.
Here, killing a
Okay.
special grants 50% chance to drop a bottle of ale.
Yeah.
Ale grants 3% attack speed and reduces damage taken by 4% for 5 minutes when consumed. Can stack up to 3 times.
A 3
Yeah.
attack speed and 4 DR.
It is the same. Yeah, it's the same on the turn balance.
So 9 attack speed or 12 DR.
No, you get both.
Oh
No.
yeah. Like that's the most you can get. You get 9% attack speed and 12% DR for 5 minutes when stacked 3 times.
Yeah, but it refreshes whenever you drink it, right? I think the
I'll ship the 10
annoyance.
seconds animation.
the annoyance I've had with that is one as well. I don't know. We haven't really ran that one too much in Cata 3 once
really.
plus.
I mean, we
But
never really
one
had
of the
a
annoyance
neat.
I have with it is also like when you have 3 stacks and you're trying to refresh it, and everyone just fucking takes the potions from you,
Yeah.
and you can't refresh it, and then it just runs out and you have to restack it.
Like
Also,
me.
what career really needs 9% more attack speed, or
I mean, you
12%? Not really. Most of the time, I
as
can.
a person, yeah, you
As
do.
a person,
You're-
yeah, I do. But as a career that I play, I technically don't. So, but as a like, when you compare it to the other talents, like get 9% more attack speed for some random weapon that is just nice to have, compared to get a shit ton of potions or get lots of ammo so shit dies faster. Well, I don't know. I don't know. It's kind
Yeah,
of
that's what I mean. Like, I feel like it is weaker than the other options on the roll overall, probably. But I don't think it's useless.
No, it's not useless. I just don't. I just haven't found a real use case for it.
It's very fun with the Zealot.
You say
Yeah.
Handmaiden tier or C tier? Because I think it's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
Like it's fine. He can still deal damage, right? He can still do stuff and
I mean, yeah.
such, but he's not. He's not scavving.
I'd say C, just because there are better options for the guy.
Yeah, if you compare it to like Scav, it's just kind of lackluster, right? If they were on different rows, that would be cool. But I would also kind of break the town, I guess.
Hmm.
Like the passive, it just didn't like. Oh, you have a fucking 20% chance to get that and a 50% chance to get that. Wouldn't really like. But yeah, maybe like C tier. Is that like fair?
Yep, C tier is fair in my opinion. Okay.
IB, THT.
Well,
S tier, right?
so okay, next one.
Flamethrower. That's a handmaiden tier. Oh,
Yeah.
flamethrower just
You
needs
ran it.
something.
Wait, who ran it? You did, Johnny. No,
I
Julius ran it a few times too.
I think we've both done it sometimes for like the meme of it, but it's it is a bit of a meme. You kill everything that isn't elite or like slave shit, but it's just like that's not usually you don't really die to slave rats. You know what I mean?
Fair. Usually. So.
Usually you die to
If you're
other
gonna
stuff.
run flamethrower, probably do it on Senna.
Yeah.
That too. Not very useful on Plus, yeah. I think Plus mostly has the problem that there's like difficulty spikes that has to be overcome, and things like an IB Trollhammer or a Grail Knight is just. I mean, come on, that's perfect to overcome these difficulty spikes, but
I also kind of feel like the flamethrower is somewhat counterproductive on an IB, isn't it? Because if you're
Yeah.
playing flamethrower, you don't want to be in the front. You want to sit in the back and charge up your flamethrower and then
Fair.
sit behind people. Because if you
Yeah.
get hit, you have to recharge the thing. Like you can't just keep firing, right?
and then you can't even
Yeah.
taunt. Like you can't even really use your ult
Yeah, like
very
taunting
efficiently.
is awkward with it as well. Like it has uses, but I feel like it's kind of like I'd rather run it on engineer, and then the engineer I'd rather just use my ult to clear trash, right? So
Yeah.
it's I don't know.
Run it on.
It's like
Hold up, can you run it in Ranger Veteran?
no,
Damn.
it's only IB and engineer.
Run it on Slayer.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of sad, honestly. Flamethrower kind of is. It's such a niche moment, I guess.
It is a bit of a meme weapon, honestly.
So Handmaiden or C?
Probably handmaiden. I don't know. I don't know. As it is today, at least, I don't know when you would ever pick flamethrower over trollhammer or like handgun or even masterwork pistol. Honestly, if you're not trying to have fun, it's like I don't know.
I mean, handgun is definitely great, and Troll Armor is definitely great. It's left there. He even has these. Wait, he has these ones there. The Drakefire pistols.
Yeah,
Even
I mean,
Grudge-Raker is even kind of
Atomic
useful.
APOS.
yeah.
Actual dog shit. Yeah, that's
The
good.
pistols don't exist. They're
No.
almost as bad as the throwing axes.
Oh god. Okay, sniping weapon. Well, there's how many sniping weapons are there? There's the crossbow. There's the does masterwork
Handgun.
pistol count as a
I'd say
sniping weapon?
handgun.
It's
Yeah,
just
It's the
just
crossbow and the
handgun.
handgun.
Mostly, yeah. Masterwork is kind of like
B?
sniping,
For IB sniping weapon.
probably.
I
I mean,
don't see IB sniping specials.
mean,
yeah,
it
I'm just
does
thinking, like,
work, but honestly, you lose so much potential of this career by just slapping on a handgun. You like you would.
I'm just thinking,
This is like a build you would only use when you really, really need an IB and really, really suck with special sniping. So if you really need both, then you would go for that, but never ever would you choose it otherwise. But if you could just change other team members to different careers or something. in my opinion.
I mean, let's not forget that before Trollhammer was a thing in the game, handgun was the default for IB.
Yeah, but that's why he
You
was
would
just
not run
standing in the
anything
front
else, like-
and like not do anything else, really.
Yeah, but I feel like he would serve like the same purpose as like a Merc handgun, right?
Was I
Whereas like
meta?
you're like in the thick of it, and then this is an assassin over there, and you like to like a backstep and you shoot it real quick, and then back into the fray again.
I don't know. Was
Uh,
IB meta?
IB has always been meta. He's too good. He's too safe, man. You taunt, and your entire team can just reposition and do what the fuck they want. Meanwhile, he's just standing there tanking the world. He's also just the safest character in the game. So I feel like he's always been meta.
Well, so C, Handmaiden B. Where do we put him?
I'd say B, personally, but
Together with Longbow Huntsman. All right. What does the rest say? The
yeah,
rest.
because I'm pretty sure if they delete Trollhammer Torpedo, you would run nothing else but handgun. I'm pretty sure, unless you're trying to have fun with like flamethrower or something.
Yeah.
Probably.
So Slayer overall, I think Slayer is like A tier, maybe A
A?
tier, B tier, A or B.
I would put him in right
Overall.
too.
Really?
Yeah, he's just solid overall. I really like Slayer. It's just a rare case where you can actually use him, but he's a good frontline. He's killing stuff. He's staying there. I don't know. It's nothing.
I just feel
Nothing
like
bad
it's a
to
shitty
say about
grain
him.
line.
Yeah, agreed.
That's how I feel about him.
But he works. He works fine.
I mean, he works, but he is a shitty grain line.
Yeah, kind of.
That's why I'm like, I wouldn't put him in S tier. I would say like A or B tier.
No, not
I don't know
S.
if I'd put him lower than that, because I still think he's like a solid character.
Oh,
but,
he's.
yeah.
I think he's a good A tier in my opinion. He's just a. No, definitely not S. But like, it's just a rare case where you can actually pick him because most times Slayer is just overshadowed by IB or maybe Ranger Veteran. So it's just very
also,
map
like,
dependent.
He is map dependent, and I also I've said it multiple times, so I'm like repeating myself. But if you just want a front line that kills stuff, you throw in Grey Knight, or like an Unchained or something. That's just I don't know.
Yeah, Unchained Mace seems like holy shit. I think the Mace is a bit overtuned, but it's doing damage. Or do you think it's
Mace is pretty
overtuned?
good.
I don't know. I've actually not. I've played it once, I think.
I don't know. It's like fine, I'd say. But yeah, do we think A tier for Slayer, or what are we thinking?
Okay.
Schmiers does not sound really into it. Or am I wrong?
I don't know, man. I've not played Slayer too much, and I.
But when you have it on your team, what do you feel like he is?
Whoa. What happened to your microphonista?
That's a good question.
Wait, is it better now?
Yeah.
Yep. What do I think about that? Oh,
Yeah.
Would you want him in a team? Or? Yeah.
Windows
It's
error.
fine.
it's good.
Okay.
It's
It's
good.
fine.
All right. Yeah, like if you just have like a Slayer, we don't have a Slayer dropped on the team, I guess. But when we do have a Slayer in the team, do you feel like he does stuff, or does he just kind of tend to do stuff?
It's a hard question. I always, when I see a Slayer, I'm like, oh, that's a little Monka TOS.
Yeah.
But
So like
I
A-
don't know if
A, B, C, handmaiden.
my opinion is rationalized.
What would you pick him? It's like
Probably B. I don't
Alright.
know.
Yeah, I'm fine with a B tier.
Hmm. Okay. I
NG.
think
I
he's
think
sort of between A and B though. I think he's actually pretty good.
I think like because Slayer is mostly going for, well, he's an elite killer, isn't he?
Yeah.
You would say.
Mhm. He's a elite
Yeah,
And
killer.
I think, as Johnny said, there is better options for it, like Grail Knight, Witch Hunter, or even maybe
Sell it,
Shade in
honestly.
some.
I'd say
Yeah,
sell it in Unchained as well.
yeah.
Fixed. I don't. What is he broken? Oh, you mean NG? NG? No, NG isn't fixed. NG is still broken as always.
Broken.
I mean his stacks fall off thing then. C.
The
C or
NG's either C or
handmaiden.
Handmaiden.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the question.
C or Handmaiden.
I don't know. I mean, I can see that you can sort of play him, but it's not
Have I missed
working
something?
well. NG. Talking
Is
about
he
NG, yeah.
is he broken or?
Yeah, his stack
Do you
fall
mean
off
he's
thing
not-
is not working. Like there used to be a buff where these stacks wouldn't fall off at once, but one at a time. But this doesn't work anymore, and no one ever bothered to fix it. So he sort of
Yeah.
died off that way.
Yeah. That buff made him feel better to play, and then
He's
He
better
got
than
fucked.
Bluntsman.
they added the mechanic to the fucking Psyker in Darktide, but they don't add the engineer.
Yeah, man. Psycho needs it. It's
Well,
better than Bluntsman. So you actually feel more
I'd say
comfortable
so
playing
too.
this. So yeah, okay. I guess it's
Yeah.
C tier.
C tier, yeah. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Longbow Waystalker. I
Longbow
must say
Waystalker.
I've come to like Longbow Waystalker quite a lot recently. It worked
B or
very
C?
well in Ethel.
B or C?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say C.
Really?
I would rather have a Longbow Huntsman, I think, than the Longbow Waystalker.
Oh yeah. Tis
Okay.
true. Tis true.
I mean, I can just only really talk from a player's perspective, but I think it's actually pretty good. But yeah, that's a good question. Would you have Hexstalker or Longbow? Because I personally prefer Hexstalker, but it's only because it's
Yeah.
more
Because
fun.
of those green circles, man.
Of course.
It's a lot of green circles.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'd say Hagstalker is better than Waystalker. He's better than Waystalker, yeah, would you believe it? It's better than Longbow. But I also feel like I said, if you're running a Longbow character, I think Huntsman most of the time is better. I don't know. It depends on the map, I guess. Like passive regen is cool, but 5% crit chance is also kind of cool for a lot of careers, which Huntsman gives.
Waystalker
Oh.
also gives this team heal. I don't know if not used it too much, but I think it used it in Ethel anyway, and it's pretty good to not lose that much temp HP over the time. I kind of healed you fully in the tourney too, Johnny. When you were on Witch and Cup, you were fully green.
Yeah, for sure. But if you ran Huntsman, you would give me 5% more crit chance, which means 5% higher chance to one-shot everything in the game.
Also fair.
So for Witch and the Captain specifically, I don't know.
You could technically also just go for Shade and Snipe, yeah, and I also have good melee damage and boss step DPS, yeah. It's kind of just not that much sniping, I guess. So kind of like completely focus on special sniping, but you can do it to a very high degree.
Where is Volley Shade on the list?
Holy shit.
Oh,
Holy shit, man.
dude, Swift Bow. Let's
I've
go.
not played this in ages, but I wish I could.
It's
Actually,
fucking.
I really love
it's
the
S tier.
crossbow. I love the crossbow, man.
Oh,
A for hag, B for longbow.
Yeah, I'm fine with
I
that.
could go
guess,
with that, yeah. Hackers cancer can be pretty powerful. Yeah, I can see that.
it sucks if you're playing fucking IB because you never have your passive up ever.
Yeah, true.
It's just
Yeah.
procced on cooldown. It is
Yeah.
kind of annoying when you're playing IB, but yeah.
Yeah.
Also flinching, bro. Trying to snipe with a
Oh,
Hagbane
yeah.
on your team is
Yeah.
impossible, unless you're playing like Sienna or something, because then the bolts go straight anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, punch is infuriating. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, it's a bit annoying. That's kind of why I started sniping more with Hagbane too, because well, you can't.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well,
Shade.
now we have a bunch of careers again. Shade.
Well,
Hmm.
Shade is an A in my opinion. Shade's very
I
good.
think if she's played really well, I would say S tier.
Okay, I can't play that well.
I mean, I don't know. She has like most of what you need from the career, right? She has
Yeah.
like on-demand invis. She can one-shot 2 Chaos Warriors on a fairly short cooldown, right? Isn't it like a minute? Or what's their cooldown?
I think it's actually higher. They added something in
No, it's a minute and 3 seconds.
Yeah.
So
Thought that changed.
you know, it's a minute cooldown
Mm-hmm.
to one-shot stuff base, and then you're gonna be critting stuff and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
So it's a pretty short cooldown. She's very good at staying alive because she can go invisible,
Yeah. Staying
and
alive is very consistent too.
she can hit sniping breakpoints fairly easily with like buffs to like headshot damage and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I S or A tier. I mean, I haven't played her a lot, obviously, because of reasons in this team. But I'd argue S tier probably. But that's maybe a little. I don't know. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I feel like she's a very good character.
Is she as good as Grey Knight though?
I mean, I would say she's better than Merc and Foot Knight
Yeah.
and
Yeah, me
Hagstalker.
too. Me too.
So maybe not better than Grey Knight, but I feel like he's like the best character in the game. So like the only weakness he has is he doesn't have ranged.
Need some fucking mid tiers, man. This
This is hard.
tier is
I mean,
too
we
narrow.
might just like get him out, and then we can like refine it. You know, if we're like, you know what, actually, Longbow Waystalker should be C tier or something.
A tier for each career. Yeah, let's go. All right. So.
But that's my argument, at least. But feel free to.
Yeah, I mean, just put. I don't care. Or well, I mean, I'm fine
Why
if
am I
she's S tier or A tier.
What do you say? What do you say, Julius?
I think she's in between.
That's fine. You mean S or A? S. Okay, we have 2 votes for S. We have 1 vote for S or A, and we have 1 vote that is very biased.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll put it there to begin with, and then we can do like a quick little run over and see if we want to change anything. You know?
Okay.
Doesn't have to be final.
All right.
Sister, S or A tier probably again. I don't know.
Probably
I mean,
again,
at least
yeah.
the way we run it, like Sister just kind of fits into most of the teams that we run, right?
Handmaid is overhated. Yeah, I think so too. She's absolutely.
Your mic cut off.
Yep, it died. You know, they died.
Oops.
No more German. Oh, there we go. He's back.
I'll probably get the cable real quick.
Wireless mics, SMH.
Oh.
All right. Well, what do you guys think of Sister? Where would you place her?
Ooh.
I would say S or A tier.
Yeah.
Myself.
I think
I'd
she's
say A
pretty
tier.
nerfed lately, so she's actually not as good as she was, but she's still very, very fucking good. I think she's
I'd say A
might be a bit
tier.
over nerfed. A tier? Why not S?
Because she has been stronger.
Has she been a lot stronger, like so much so that she has been way better than even S tier technically, or has she been S tier and
Yeah.
now she's actually A?
Well,
yeah,
we don't
maybe.
have S plus.
No, but like,
Yeah, we
has she
don't
been
know.
nerfed down to a S level, or has she been nerfed down from an S level to an A level?
I wonder also if we're very biased because we just kind of say, "Oh, we need an elf." I mean, fuck it, play sister. You know, just play sister. It just works. Just
Probably
sister it up.
pretty biased.
It's a little biased. Yeah.
Oh, hello
Overall.
there.
I see some tier list spreadsheets.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
interested.
Yeah, we're trying to get this TB tier list done for us. Because we have to make this for TB.
Why do
Essentially.
you have to make this?
Oh, they asked every team to do this on their own behalf for TB, so they get some feedback. Every participant of
cool.
the tournament.
It's very cool.
Yeah, so
Handmaiden is the tier list. Handmaiden is a tier.
yeah, Headman is tier.
Yeah. For some reason, they decided to make Handmaiden a tier list or a tier. Well.
So, sister, I'm traumatized from prenup, sister. Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's fair.
That's so long ago. I
that
barely
was
remember at this point.
S double triple tier plus.
I mean, that would have been, yeah. I do remember just deleting monsters on like Legend and Cataclysm unofficial, just
Yeah,
like
man.
ulting it twice and just
I think I still have
spamming it.
that
It
one
was
video.
dead.
It was like, I don't know, what was it? 8 seconds, 13
Oh yeah,
seconds or
Moonbow as
something.
well.
Oh, Moonbow.
Moonway, yeah, man.
The Moonbow.
Oh, what was it? 13 seconds, I think I had in against that one. Oh, what's going on? Nope.
Doesn't Core have a video where he kills a boss in like 5 seconds?
Yeah, I think so. Something like this.
Oh, like, yeah.
Well, it's kind of funny, not gonna lie.
It was kind of dumb.
It was
But,
kind
yeah.
of dumb. That's fair. But also kind of
Support
funny.
class.
Support,
Yes.
true, it's true. It's a support career. That's how she was marketed. I can't fucking find it. What the hell?
Oh well.
Oh, okay.
Cannot forget about it.
Okay, I forget
I
about it.
don't have much time.
I'm sorry. Well, sister of
You
the
have half
thorn.
an hour. True. All right,
S tier?
so
A tier?
I guess we rate him S tier, right? Because we just throw him in every comp, but
We have 2 votes for S, 1 vote for A, and 1 biased vote. So that doesn't count. Which means S, I guess.
Sure.
Sure. I do play it, yeah. I played Sister of the Thorn quite a bit.
You know the
It's
best,
also-
Janoti.
you do.
You're the elf guy.
It
Mr.
sounds
Elf.
like because this is supposed to be from our experience, right? It's not like
Yeah.
what we think, or is it what we think overall? Because overall, she's probably not S tier, but in our comps, she's up there because
Yeah. She just gives the stability and the room to just work well with, and she fits very well in just the comps that we usually play with, especially with these weird events and our strategies that evolve around mostly things like Sister. So, yeah, it works well with our comms, but I think on a when you look into the nitty-gritty of how Sister works itself, of her talents and how she's built and what especially what the changes in turning balance are compared to official, I think she's not an S tier. In comms, she's an S tier, but in how she plays and how she's actually working, she is not, because she's just so. She's been a bit overnerfed in my opinion, but like not too much.
all right. So are we thinking A tier, B tier?
I wasn't
How
trying
would
to
that
convince
work?
you of anything. I was just thinking about like
No,
there's a
but-
different idea of how you could interpret that tier list, I guess. Either you look at the comms and how valuable each career is, or you look at how valuable the career itself and how stable it is in itself, right?
I don't know. I think the overall maybe she's just A tier.
Me too.
It's not. Yeah, it's not a true solo. That's it. So, A tier, S tier.
I think I'm leaning towards A tier personally.
All right. Witch and a captain.
Witch and a captain, S tier.
S tier.
Yeah. C tier.
Mm.
Shut up. Go away.
Yeah, don't nerf him.
Just mid.
Oh.
Yeah, man. Let's put him in handmaiden build. Handmaiden tier. He's actually very bad. Don't do anything to him.
He's as good as Handmaiden.
Yeah, sure, for sure.
Bounty Hunter, Expo Scrounger. That's C tier or Handmaiden tier? Why would you
no
run
idea.
that?
What is Expos? Is that the repeater thingy?
No,
No. That's the
no,
crossbow.
that's
Wallet,
normal
crossbow.
crossbow with Scrounger on it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is
Like-
not Giga Shad.
That is not Giga Shad in this. No,
Better than
I would say
Blunsman.
C or Handmaiden tier.
I mean, he can snipe at least.
Yeah, but if you
Wow.
want someone to
What else?
snipe, you just
Use
yeah.
anyone else.
Something
Uh,
else.
Okay.
It's like C tier, I guess. Yeah. It's kind of shit.
Think about Crossbow Hunter.
Yeah, Crossbow Hunter is shit. I don't know.
It works, I guess.
It's like yeah, it works, but why would you run it above other stuff? That's how I feel at least with it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I used to run this all the time on official, back in the days, but now like on like once plus, like why though?
Yeah, I don't think of Bounty Hunter as a special sniper in that sense. I would rather think of him as a elite killer and boss DPS. That's pretty much the two areas we excel as
Yeah.
well.
And like you can still special snipe with like repeater gun or like
Hmm.
any other weapon
Yeah.
really. So
Volley.
yeah, like volley even honestly. Like Expo or like crossbow, it feels overkill on Bounty Hunter.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think you
Because
lose
it's
so
like-
much potential from the
Because
carrier.
if you're gonna roll,
playing
yeah, if you're gonna
crossbow.
roll crossbow, just run Witch on a Captain. That's my
Oh.
opinion.
Yeah. okay,
Or
fair.
sell it, I guess. But yeah.
I guess Witch and a Captain can even like when you think about getting a special sniper in that zealot in that Soul Spire row, I personally think of either Witch and a Captain crossbow or like slapping a crossbow on zealot. Not really because Bounty Hunter. I don't really think that's the special killing power that's needed. If I think I need something from Soul Spire, because that's not really a special sniper in that sense. In
That's
my
not really
opinion.
what I think of as with Bounty Hunter at least. So
Yeah.
I'd say it's not higher than C tier. It's either Handmaiden tier or C tier. I would probably lean towards Handmaiden tier personally, but that's how I feel about it.
Better than Blunsman was what Julia said.
Wow. I mean, you're killing specials and shit, I guess.
Okay, that's more valuable, I guess.
And elites. I guess C
Just
tier. Yeah.
trash.
I'm C tier.
Okay, Bounty Hunter reset builds.
I mean, they're very good,
Oh,
but
yeah.
they're not insane. So like B or A tier maybe. My opinion.
S plus. Add a new S plus.
Yes.
Slightly biased, very slightly. A, really? We haven't used him at all, really.
We have used them sometimes, but I don't know if we've used them too much in like actual runs.
Oh no,
Yes.
we used him in Garden. In Garden more. Wasn't that the build
Yeah, we did.
you ran, Chris?
Ja.
Repeater pistol. Yeah, with repeater pistol.
Yeah, we repeater pistol. Yeah. I mean, it's just nutso. So
Trash seems to really like it. He has been.
It is a fun build.
Yeah, he
It
it
has
is
been
fun. I
loving
will
it.
say it's a really fun build. Me and you and I, when we were playing, I played.
True,
Bounty
you
Hunter,
played it all too, yeah.
and we got through most of the map.
I think he
yeah.
has a shit ton of DPS, which can be very useful, but he's like capped by everything else because he can't do really a lot besides DPSing and not to like the main degree. You can use him as a main special sniper, a main elite killer, a main whatever. You kind of need something else in that role too. That's where he falls off. But he uses lots of damage in itself, so yeah, A or B. Not S. Not S, Schmears.
Ah, shit. I mean, we have. I'm kind of leaning towards B,
B.
but yeah, but I don't know, because I feel like it kind of suffers from the same thing as like NG, but not as bad, right?
NG.
Whereas
Why?
like NG does a lot of fucking damage,
Oh,
but
yeah.
if you're isolated, you can't do damage, and then you're useless.
Yeah. I mean, he can still use a melee weapon and not die immediately, at least.
Yeah, so can NG. Do you think NG is
I
good?
mean, he can use it, but he's usually dead 10 seconds later, anyways.
So is Bounty Hunter. Am I
Okay,
wrong?
I don't know. He's not better than Huntsman. He's not better than Huntsman. So Longbow Huntsman, I should be at the same level than Longbow Huntsman.
I think B tier, probably. It's a fun build, but I don't know how like it's not broken by any means. It's like yeah, it's pretty good, but
Okay.
I think Bounty Hunter just kind of suffers from like yeah if the team falls apart, he's very quick to die.
It's a green circle build. Yeah, that's true. Zealot.
Sell it B tier maybe.
Hmm. I think Zealot also is always overshadowed by Witch and Captain.
Oh,
And even, I mean, like, Zealot's just, I don't really, he doesn't really fit into any specific strategies of maps where you need him. That's kind of the reason why we rarely pick him. Sometimes you sort of need that extra boss damage, then you could actually consider using Bounty Hunter. Or you need that, I don't know, extra sustain, then you could consider using Warrior Priest. But for Zealot, like, why? What do you need him
I mean, he's
for?
a lot of DPS, right? But
Oh,
But Wishing
he's a
Captain can
very
do that better, and he has to actually support the team still, right? He's not.
yeah, I guess the difference is that Sala is very fucking tanky, right?
Yeah.
So
Zealot
you
is a very egoistical build.
Yeah.
yeah, he is the ego character, I guess. But he can carry teams obviously by just
Yeah.
being alive
No.
forever. But
That's true. IB
that's
can
just
too.
kind of his thing. I mean, yeah, but I think it's easier to come back with the Zealot than an IB because you can actually kill stuff. I feel like
Yeah.
IB, if you're really far away from a rest point with an IB, you're going to die most of the time.
Yeah, true. You really gotta.
Whereas Zealot can actually kind of come back from it. But he doesn't do anything for the team other than I kill stuff.
No.
So
Maybe
I'd say
B?
B probably.
Yeah,
I don't think he's C tier with like engineer and
no,
stuff.
he's a lot
So
better than
I'd say
me.
B tier.
What do you think, Julius? I think you're mostly playing Zealot, although Schmears has been playing Zealot a bit lately too, right?
Yeah. Well,
A bit at
before
least.
turn I, yeah.
Yeah. Before the weapon nerfs, borderline S. Yeah, I mean he had
I mean, yeah,
the weapons weren't just overbuffed, honestly.
the
He was
the
just
Great Hammer, what
outdessing
the fuck
everything. Was a Great Hammer was overbuffed, and there was the axe was overbuffed or something, and then
yeah.
what else was there? There was some weird tech someone explained. I forgot what it was, where you could just, I don't know, use the axe to hit now and so often and get more damage. Or, I don't know. I can't remember what it was, but it was sort of very useful and get lots of damage.
Yeah,
done.
one-handed axe and Great Hammer, or like a Reckoner Hammer, whatever the fuck it's called now.
Yeah.
Only Great Hammer, I think.
Ah, it's
It used to be called that, but now it's the Reckoner Great Hammer.
it's
What
different.
is it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh no, it's wrong here. Actually, that's the problem. It was correct in game. Actually wrote it to them. Did I? Yeah, I did. It's called Reckoner Great Hammer and not Holy Great Hammer.
I'm pretty sure it used to be called the Holy. On release, I'm like so sure it's called the Holy Great Hammer. And then for
But
some reason they changed it, but I don't know.
how
Yeah.
do they make the weapon specials different from Warrior Priest and Zealot?
Are they?
Is that because of the name change?
What? Are they different?
Yeah.
They look different. I don't know if they
I can
do
answer that
different
question.
stuff.
So
Okay.
with
Huh?
Zealot, basically he hits the enemy with the other end of the hammer.
Yeah, with the butt of the hammer, like the
Yeah.
staff.
He hits with the
Yeah.
stick, and here he hits
With
with
the
with
pommel.
fist.
Yes.
He hits
But
with a fist.
and then obviously as a warrior priest, he smacks him with the face with his face, yes, not with his fist. But I don't know if it does different things or if the animation is just different.
I think the animation is just different. Headbutt Warrior Priest.
Yeah, that would be pretty badass, wouldn't it?
Well,
I don't know. Maybe aggro. Do you know if there's a difference
Between what?
between the two
between the
different.
weapon specials of Zealot Great Hammer and Warrior Priest Great Hammer?
Holy Great Hammer? I don't know the answer to the question. I think I agree with Janoni. In fact, I think it's just a different skin.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not
Wow.
too sure.
It seems like
I'm
it.
not too sure.
You could test it in game, but
Seems like
I don't know.
It's not game changing.
Pardon?
It's not game changing or career
No,
changing.
it's not. It's not.
Okay, what do you do with that? What do we do with Zealot though? B? I mean, I don't think it's C. So it's either
I don't
B
think it's
or
C
A.
either.
But I don't think it's as good as Sister or Eggstalker or anything.
I don't think it's A tier. I guess B tier is fine for me. That's what I thought to begin with, honestly. So like I'm fine with B tier.
I have a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
What's the context of of this tier list? And what I mean by that is tier list for which difficulty?
Tier 3 to 1
Um,
plus.
Okay, cool.
Well, that's
tier
our
3,
team's
1's 3
difficulty.
plus. Yeah.
Well, so are they just saying to make a general tier list or a tier list for?
No, in your tier
Okay,
that you're currently playing.
okay, I understand. Continue.
Okay, Warrior Priest, assuming. Yeah, okay, Host Warrior Priest. No one of you had ever experienced that. But
No, we don't.
technically, it's a lot better, I heard.
I guess B tier. I don't think it's that
What?
shit.
Assuming
I mean,
Host
Warrior
is
Priest
Warrior Priest.
in general is kind of good,
Yeah,
honestly.
What's the
it
big
works
difference, or
differently.
what?
Yeah, the Fury stuff, like his passive, works differently if you're host.
Yeah.
Ah,
It's like low key bugged when you're not host.
It's not low key bugged, it's very fucking bugged. It's just very bugged.
It doesn't like track properly or like fill up properly and shit, if I remember correctly. So
No! I actually do own the career though. Instead of, despite not playing it. Not like NG.
so yeah. So I B tier maybe? I don't know. I feel like you can do pretty good damage with Tome and Hammer into hordes. You just charge that over and over again and you kill all the trash minions. And then you do pretty decent like armor damage as well. Like pretty sure you can like if you crit headshot a Stormman, I think you one shot them or like very close to one shot them.
I think Warrior Priest is
So-
pretty good. Well, I wouldn't immediately pick him, but he's
I
like,
know we disagree about this, Johnny Boy, but I feel like the superior weapon is the shield and the flail.
They do two different things. One is more stable, one does more DPS, so it depends on what the comp wants.
So here's my question: why not bring both?
Holy Great Hammer.
Why? Nah, I think Holy Hammer is kind of overrated on Warrior Priest.
Well, there you go.
Okay, so you could
I
take.
feel like
But
the
yeah,
team you just
I
have
think
to
we all
sell
think
it.
he's a pretty good guy. Yeah,
Yeah. What
a
does
pretty good
Mr.
guy.
Hammerjammer say? What do you think about B tier for Mr. Warrior Priest? That's fine, he says. Well,
But for B,
yep.
my poor boy.
I wouldn't put him against Foot Knight or Merc or Hackstalker Sister. Not at all.
I would. Copium.
That's a lot of copium.
Cool.
That's a lot of copium.
It's some copium.
All right. I mean, I must say these tiers are quite far apart from each other, especially A and B. There's a wide gap between these two. In some cases, between S and A, maybe a little less, but yeah. Battle Wizard AOE, famous lingering.
I feel like it's
Mm,
fallen off a bit.
Yeah.
But like A and B tier maybe. It used to be really good with coruscation stuff, right? But
B.
I'm assuming with Beam specifically, mostly at least. But
Yeah.
I mean, famished flame, lingering flames, you could run like pretty much any staff, right? Like any staff.
Conflict.
Lingering Flamestorm.
Flamestorm. Yeah, I mean, Flamestorm
Oh.
has the highest dot together with Conflict, if I remember correctly, but it's just harder to use than Coruscation, in my opinion. So Coruscation spamming and kiting is just super
Yeah.
comfy.
But I think like Conflag lingering flames is pretty good.
Yeah, it
Uh,
is.
But I mean, I don't play lingering. I've like never played lingering flames.
You still think it's an A? We never
It's like
really
A.
use it, although we used it in Horn of Magnus, Coruscation, Famished,
We used it for a bit.
or at least that was an attempt.
I mean, I used it for a little bit. On Old Hans as well before we
Sure.
changed strat.
Yeah, Old Hans was also Unchained Coruscation for a moment there, but yeah, it's not Famished, so it's.
But
less.
I'd say like A and B tier maybe.
Not sure if I would put it in B. But it did definitely fall off. I wonder if Conflag actually could use a good buff to actually be useful, because I mean it did get buffed, I think, a bit at least.
It did, didn't it?
Yeah, but it's still like no one picks it.
I mean, yeah.
I mean the weapon itself is a bit flawed, but still. Wait, where is this weapon changes? Screw.
Oh, you have like a chapter thing somewhere on like the left. If you're gonna check this, there you go, coruscation.
Ooh, that's true.
And Conflag.
Damage increase. Ground frame
Yeah.
increase from the oh, that's actually a pretty big increase, to be honest. That's a nerf.
It's still buffed though. If
Yeah.
you read the rest of the sentence.
Sure.
But yeah. What?
BRA, what do you think? I don't know. I can't decide. I think it used to be A for us especially, but it's not necessarily anymore.
I think it competes with Hackstalker though.
That's an
They
argument.
kind of do the same thing,
Yeah, that's an argument.
right? So I think you could argue A tier, I guess.
Alright. Bolt. Oh, well. Good old Bolt.
Good old Bolt.
Yeah, man, we would always run a Bolt Battle Wizard. Always.
Nope.
You're still a believer of S tier? I don't know. I mean, she technically
I
is.
still think if you just want a pure backliner, I do think Bolt Wizard is still the best backliner. For just sitting in the back all game. Her ult can make the team very safe. Meanwhile, she's just two-shotting Chaos Warriors and one-shotting every special across the map, and
Yeah.
she's really good.
She-
I just got bored playing her.
Yeah, she's a
Personally.
boring ass character.
She's not very good. explosive. No, it's just like, yeah, it's good, but it's not very fun.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that.
Alright.
I mean, I played her a lot too.
So,
Pyro
well.
melee build.
Pyro melee
Pyro,
build.
I can't speak about Pyro.
I feel like whenever I play Pyro nowadays, I build the other build that's mentioned here.
Beam, yeah.
Nowadays.
I really like
like
the
I-
Pyro melee build, but it's kind of, I mean, you lose so much potential. It's-
What staff do you use when you run the melee build?
I mean, something that gets your overcharge high up, so probably something like Coruscation or Flamestorm? No, not Flamestorm. Maybe Fireball stuff, actually.
I feel like the only staff you would use if you're melee is one of two things. It is either bolt staff or coruscation. I would argue bolt staff if you're going full melee, and just having the bolt as like a sniping weapon.
Hmm.
But I don't know if that's what's.
Wasn't Bolt Pyro
Argued here.
once the argument that it's actually better than Beam?
Yeah, that
Or
was an
that
argument in here
Bolt Pyro,
somewhere.
yeah. No,
Where you just go full crate. I tried it out. It was kind of fun. But yeah. Full Pyramilla build is probably, I don't know, B maybe, B, C. It's like, it works until it doesn't.
yeah, that's
I,
fair. I'd actually
like-
put it in C. I think it's lacking quite a bit because you just, yeah, you lose a lot of potential.
I feel like Pyro AoE builds are just better for what she does. But maybe
And the
it's
thing
just
is, because
how
you
I
have
play it.
AoE builds, doesn't mean that you can play melee. That's kind of the thing. But when you play a melee build, you just are totally focused on melee.
Yeah.
Like you can
Which is
spam your
necessarily better.
beam, get high overcharge, and still slap reds in the face, right? So
Oh. So maybe Pyro Metal build C tier and then Pyro AoE in B tier? Does that sound fair to people?
yeah, I think Pyro in general is lacking a bit to actually make it into A tier. Not just the career itself, not her DPS output and potential, but just that
Wow.
the actual how do I say that? The point at which you start picking Pyro is a lot higher set than for other careers.
Or should we just meme it and put Pyro Melee build in Handmaiden tier and just make a team of that and then just win the next tourney?
Hell yeah, let's go. Nah, you can't. I don't want to. Oh, although I would play Handmaiden, Bloodsman, IB, Flamethrower. Holy shit, man, this is a
That would
toxic
be so
ass
bad.
fucking.
Holy fuck.
Oh.
That is a combo and a half.
Oh, I want
Pyro's
to play
front line.
Bluntsman. Oh.
Yeah, Bloodsmith with Flamethrower, IB.
Oh yeah,
Oh man.
that's what am I
That's
even
the
supposed to frontline, dude?
The Stormwoman.
Ah yeah, true. Kill them all.
And you got a special snipe too.
Yeah, true. I think
But
it's
are we
C.
saying
C.
C and B tier?
Yeah, I think C and B
Wait,
tier. What do you
that's
think,
like
Julius?
C tier probably for this.
Yeah, okay.
Unchained.
Unchained.
S or A tier?
I'd say A.
I'd say A too.
Oh.
Lightly, definitely. She does have lots of damage. She does give lots of sustain. She can actually hold her front line. I think she's good. I think you could actually slot Merc or Unchained in the same level. Merc used to be way better than Unchained, but I think at this point they're almost equal.
I think it feels way better to press fucking ult though as Merc than it does Unchained.
Yeah.
And Unchained also has like a 2-minute cooldown.
Yeah, it's
no,
less
I
sustain,
don't.
sure.
It's like she has the highest cooldown in the game, I believe, tied with IB.
I don't know what cooldown does Merc has.
Merc,
90.
he has like 130, I believe. So it's still pretty long, but it's not 2 minutes.
You have reduction she gets when she gets hit.
Abandon.
Yeah.
Yeah, when she dies, yeah, but you know,
Not
preferably
when
you
she
don't
dies, when
die.
she gets hit. No, not when she dies, when she gets hit. And when you,
I mean,
you
hit,
get
hit
hit.
trading.
But I mean, if you're talking hit trading, that's every character.
No, that's no. What isn't
Do you mean abandon?
damage taken? No, no. Scroll up. Passive. 50% damage taken in transit. Well, but is that right?
That's
missing
into
something?
overcharge. I think you're misremembering something. I'm not
I think
sure.
so. I think the way I think about that is like you can take more damage. I guess so. Yeah, I guess
Yeah, you
it's like hit
can.
trade. So you take
I mean,
more
you're
damage.
tanky. You might be thinking of abandon. If you scroll
Yeah,
down and
that's
hover
right.
over abandon as a talent,
Mm,
because
don't
that
think I
will basically give her ult charge back, but you're
Yeah.
also at 1 HP, so it's like, yeah.
I mean, not necessarily, but you lose as much HP as you need to
Yeah.
actually get your ult back. And it makes you vulnerable for that moment. You could technically run that meme moment when you run Warrior Priest and Unchained and time it perfectly. And then just
I mean, yeah.
spam abandon.
You can do that.
But
I guess also, like, Merc Shout, generally speaking, gives you 25% DR to the team. Unless, I mean, most people run that talent, and if you don't run that talent, you probably run the one where you have
Ready for
20%
action.
cooldown reduction.
yeah, I've
the
not seen
cooldown reduction.
anyone run this talent after.
I'm gonna start running it.
I think my last
your
Legend
feet, yeah.
game, that was like
Yeah,
a
on your
few years
feet.
ago.
Yeah.
That was. I think that's the Warrior Priest meme thing one nowadays. The what is it? Which one?
That one.
This one? Chillfest
Yeah.
Revise, yeah. Alright, so we say Unchained is A.
A or S tier. That's fine.
Oh, that's not S.
The rest here, I can't decide.
I don't think it's S. It's not Grail Knight, it's not Scap RV, it's not Shade, it's not Vision Captain. She is very good though. But she doesn't fit in
Yeah.
always.
I mean, do we feel like is she better than the other stuff we have in A?
Foot Knight is equal, Merc is equal, Ammo RV is
I think
hard to
she's better than Foot
compare.
Knight. I'm not a believer in Foot Knight personally. Yeah, I feel like he's kind of niche. But that's me.
Yeah, actual Foot Knight hater.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I think she is good. She's as good as Foot Knight. I don't think they're. It's hard to compare them to these two, but they can both hold the front line. Foot Knight can do it a bit better, and Shane can deal a bit more damage.
A bit more?
Yeah, a lot
like
more.
twice as much?
Yeah.
Oh,
What? Is there not a separate one for like Stagger Knight?
There is Stagger Knight and
Oh,
Foot
sorry,
Knight.
that's my mistake. Okay, that's my mistake.
I would say A. What do you think, Schmers?
fuck.
Fuck. I mean, you played
I
her.
don't know. Yeah, I think she's really good.
Okay.
But I can't decide.
I mean, if this is what we're going with, that's okay. This is tier list. I am tempted to put down Hagstalker and Longbow Waystalker 1 tier each.
Lower. Longbow
What?
to C tier.
Yeah.
I disagree. Heavily
I was
disagree.
gonna say like I was gonna after you finish making this tier list, I was gonna say that I was gonna suggest Hagsword up to S and Longbow up to A.
No.
We
No.
discussed about this earlier, that we think
But,
Longbow is lacking a bit more, but I think that's also because they just can't play it that well.
I think Famished Flames Battle Wizard is better than Hackstalker.
I mean,
Personally.
it's
And
more
if
fun to
we're
play
comparing
around.
Longbow Waystalker to Longbow Huntsman, I would say Huntsman is better. And how often do you want to run Longbow Waystalker?
I want to run long way Waystalker all the time.
Wouldn't you rather have a
Mm,
Shade?
No,
Why
well,
not?
that's not true. It's just hard to have a good enough shade to do it.
Yeah, but I mean,
Shade's got such a high skill ceiling.
No.
sure. But we're playing Dwan's 3, tier 3, you know? We're playing pretty high up in the leagues, so I'm assuming you're pretty good at the game.
I don't think it's good enough.
You don't think it's good enough? Ah, you're crazy, man. I think Shade is better. Not for like pure special sniping, but if you're pure special sniping, most of the time I wouldn't take Shade. I mean, Waystalker.
I think it's
mean-
really a difference in tiers because for Dutch I would value Longbow Waystalker a lot higher. But
That Huntsman.
for no, as a just compared to Shade, not higher than Shade, but
Wouldn't
like
you
higher
rather just
than
run
now.
a Shade and then have like a Huntsman or a Bolt Wizard or anything else in the backline?
I could see anything else in the front line than Shade too. Could run anything really, just that deals raw DPS, and then have a Longbow Waystalker in the back that could work too. Just because like there's more specials in Dutch, that's all.
I mean, okay, but how often do we run Longbow Waystalker?
Rarely, but that's not because we hate it, but
That's-
just because I usually when I pick Waystalker just default to Hackstalker. I really
Oh.
like it, and I mean I tried it with Ethel Yenlui, but I think despite what I thought that it was actually not as good because I was originally considering Longbow too for Longbow Huntsman, but then kind of went away with it because Grail Knight worked so well for the end and just for the overall for the map because of the trigger management that we kind of slotted in something else, and it could have been Bolt Battle Wizard, I guess, or it could have been just a bit more team support through Waystalker and having a bit more sustain, which is also not that great on Ethel Yenlui.
Okay, Elf can one-shot Headshot Stormman. I'm just gonna say that Huntsman can one-shot Body Shot Stormman.
Yeah, that's true.
So, there's that.
I mean, there's a lot of arguments for both, honestly. I just think that Longbow Waystalker also has good melee power because she just has health weapons. Really.
Maybe I just think.
Yeah,
I
sure.
think.
That's Team Heal.
It do be opinions here. That's the point of the tier list.
I wouldn't slot
Yeah.
them down. I wouldn't. I don't think if I would slot them up, but necessarily.
No, definitely not up. It's either where they are or down.
No, I think the way they are, they're good.
I think what's more controversial though, considering that you guys are talking about tier 3, is the placement of Hagstalker. Because Hagstalker, just like Trollhammer IB, can delete any trigger.
It's not that reliable though.
It is reliable because it's range DPS and it's huge DPS.
I know, but usually you need a strength to
yeah.
actually get the most out of Hagstalker.
In
And
the same way that you need strength to get the most out of THT.
THT is way more. It's way better than Hackstalker.
it just has stagger too. That's it.
It also just has more versatility.
And Hackstalker, like you don't just think about only the triggers, but also about the map itself. And Hackstalker, the rest of the map can like shoot specials, okay, a bit. I mean, actually good, but like can do it okayish. It's not like a really dedicated special sniper, and the rest is just horde TPS, and no one really
Yeah.
needs a lot of horde TPS when you have a good team itself. Yeah, Trollhammer is pretty good against monsters. Just because you can control them at the same time, right? You can even ledge them with Trollhammer. You can't do that with Hackstalker at all.
There's also, like the CC part of Trollhammer, right?
Hackstalker kind of has the same issue as Pyra has with Beam and IOE builds. Just that Hackstalker has at least that little bit more of survivability and team support that Pyra completely lacks.
Yeah, but then again, Parish Flames Battle Wizard.
Yeah, it is better, really. It is safer to deal just AoE damage with Battle Wizard. It is more
It's
sustainability.
a safer career overall.
Although I must
in
say
new
it's
bosses.
a lot safer to play Hackstalker now than it used to. Like it's better.
But it's not safer than Battle Wizard.
No,
You're
you can
nuts.
you can't just go into the front line, hit two or three times with a fast start and be full TH.
Yeah, you also don't have a TP on
no,
that 1 minute cooldown.
neither.
Whatever the
And
fuck it is.
actually one negative for Waystalker in general, Waystalker does need more space. When you're in a tight map, it's rough. And it works. I mean, it still works. You can play around it, but it's a lot rougher than. I mean, with Battle Wizard, it doesn't really matter. You kind of need a bit more space too, but you can create the space yourself. You can't do that with the Waystalker.
No. Oh well. I'm getting downvoted. So, do we feel okay with this, or is there anything else that people feel like they want to move?
Yeah, Chaos Pets die too. Handmaiden. Oh. That would be such a meme. But
It would
actually,
be.
I mean, look at it. Bluntsman, IB Flamethrower. Come on. Handmaiden is actually better than Bluntsman. Or at least as IB Flamethrower. Depending on how you play her, I guess, but she can be.
I mean, yeah.
NG Hunt.
I guess you just kind of suffers from. You can choose from other characters on the same. If you're playing Elf, you might as well play any other character, but
Yeah.
most of the time.
Yeah, absolutely. I still like how they in the tourney they tried to argue why I picked Handmaiden.
No, I don't.
I was
know.
like, yeah, she has more stamina regeneration aura increase now, and I don't know. I think it was Korvac or something. Korvac was like, interesting. And with with this taste in his voice that he was like, "Are you sure that this is the reason, man?"
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with this as it is, unless anyone has any objections. So my objection was overruled.
Can we talk about the Scav RV again?
Sure.
Is he S tier in 3 ones?
You could have easily ran Grail Knight Scav RV together and spent every map with it just because it's busted.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess.
I just don't like that comp
He
too
is
much.
good.
Just poop out potions all over the place. Just drink them all.
It's a lot of bombs as well,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is really good.
We don't play him.
No, we don't play
We
him.
like
I don't like
never
playing
play.
him. Like if I'm playing
Yeah.
RV, I prefer to go like Abo RV, I guess.
I mean, dude, this is the only one that plays RV a bit, and he thinks it's boring. There you go. I kind of like the argument with Handmaiden though. I'm actually considering now. I mean, Handmaiden and the Handmaiden tier, yeah, but sure. But Handmaiden is, I mean, the character itself is not that bad. It's just that everything with it is wrong.
Yeah, I mean, she has her niche uses,
Yeah.
I guess. Like
I
the way
have
we
one
did in the
change
net,
that
right?
we can make.
Uh-huh.
BH reset goes up to S tier.
Ah, I see.
Wait, where is he? Denied.
Oh shit.
Fuck you guys.
Yeah, I think
I wonder if we all would have made our
to
own
see,
tier
but
list.
I don't know.
I wonder if we all had our own tier list, how different they would be, or if they would be similar.
Well, Elf would be
I
higher
would
up.
probably left out fucking 70% of the careers because I don't know.
Yeah,
Fair enough, I guess.
I couldn't really tell what Export is, honestly, but sure.
I don't know shit about Pyro.
I know a
I
bit
You play
about
some
Pyro.
Pyro.
don't know shit about Elf.
Well, that's okay.
And I don't know too much about Borden.
You do know your Kruger, though.
I do know Kruger. And
Borden.
some salt.
Yeah. All right, are you happy with this?
It looks
I
okay.
guess.
All right.
That's how I feel at least.
What do we do now?
Well, I'll send the thing to the TO staff. Wait, where can I get the link?
I don't know.
Yeah, Gladden.
Well, it was actually
Fertig.
kind of fun to see what you guys thought of different careers and whatnot. So I feel like we did have some opinions that were very the same, and some of them were quite different.
Yeah, that's true.
I probably have the retardest opinion.
I don't know. I might be the one that's just fucking sailing down the
Foot
bottom
Knight
of the ocean
hater.
somewhere. I do be a Foot Knight hater. I think he's B tier still. I don't think he's A.
I think it's very good. We picked him so often. I mean, come on. We actually downvoted Sister from S to A.
I mean, we had this period where we played fucking Foot Knight, Bolt, Wizard, every team,
Everything.
and now we never play them.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think that's also a good thing because that kind of just means we've been growing more comfortable with the
I guess.
difficulty and don't
we
need
still have
this
IB
crutch.
Troll and Trollhammer Torpedo though in
Yeah,
every team
that's
comp, and a
right,
Witchman
yeah,
captain.
that's
So
still a crutch, yeah. Okay.
No,
Uh,
Mr. Jarmer.
yeah, I don't
That's
know, man.
gigacopium. That's gigacopium.
I do think Burke is better than Foot Knight.
Put that over Merc. Oof. Oof.
Ooh.
Oof.
But I am a bit of a Foot Knight hater, so I'm not gonna lie, I might be a little biased. I also find it so frustrating to play with a Foot Knight if you're a fucking Witchman captain.
Witch Hunter
and you're like,
captain,
you
yeah.
pop your ult, and then everything just flies the fuck away from you. And you're like, oh, great.
I mean,
I feel the same
Finally.
way when playing with Sister sometimes.
yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's true.
The fucking walls,
I
man.
noticed it, yeah.
I drink a potion and ask for a key or whatever she fucking goes, and my potion is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But yeah, no, it's okay. I would put him B personally.
I
but I'm
actually
fine-
started
I'm fine.
trying to actually notice more when you, I don't know, pop a potion or are about to ult because you are full ult and the enemies are coming and there's a bunch of berserkers in front of us, so maybe I'll stop and wait a second. But yeah, I don't know.
Well,
Maybe you plan to ult later. Who knows?
Maybe. Out of curiosity, aggro, what do you usually play? If you're still here.
Do you see my profile picture, my guy?
Yeah, it's
Mr.
the
Ironbreaker.
Bargain Man. Mr. Alebreaker, yes.
Character with the least amount of
I was just curious. Just I mean, you have some different inputs from what I had at least. So
I will say I am somewhat newer to ones. Having said that, I would like to think I know a little bit about the game, so much so that I recently completed Dutch.
nice. I mean, yeah, I'm not saying your opinion is wrong. I'm just saying I don't agree with it, but that
fine
doesn't
if
mean
you
I'm
don't.
right? So
It's totally fine with different opinions, man.
yeah, exactly.
What I am doing right now, though, because I think interesting, is I am testing the difference between IB Trollhammer Torpedo versus Hagbane, and I think that Hagbane is actually a faster monster kill than IB Trollhammer Torpedo. but I'll finish my test.
Yeah, fair enough.
I
Don't
mean, might
forget
be.
though that you can stun lock monsters with Troll Hammer Torpedo.
That's actually big. Rank characters.
You
Elf
can
is
also
top.
dance with
Elf is far on the top. Like, Elf is like S3000, and then there's like A, B, C, and tier. A, B, C tier with the rest somewhere. I don't care. Sienna probably still being the highest of all of the rest.
Maybe. Oh, well, yeah. Oh,
Easy rank.
How would we rank our teammates?
Oh,
yeah.
that's a rough one.
Who? Okay, so